everyone, welcome to Stingray Tom's Florida and day 11 of the Florida Adventure series. Let's see what the object for today is. So this is a replica tombstone from the Haunted Mansion attraction at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. The Haunted Mansion is one of the best known and most popular rides in the world. Even though it still uses mostly 1960s technology, it continues to be popular with visitors of every age. It was one of the final attractions that Walt Disney worked on before his death in 1966 and is a remarkable example of two of Walt Disney's most important design goals: a nearly fanatical attention to detail and an interesting desire to use his staff in all aspects of the design. This replica tombstone, along with the two others in the set, represent both of these goals. While the ride inside the mansion is filled with wonderful experiences, the outside has memorable scenes as well. The grounds have two graveyards. The first is the pet cemetery located on the right of the mansion. That's best seen as people exit the attraction, while the other is at the end of the queue in front of the entrance. The fact that there's a graveyard here at all speaks to Disney's attention to detail. Guests know that this is a haunted house, but on the outside it's presented as normal. From a distance, there's only small details to suggest there's something odd, such as the bat vein. But as people are about to enter, they experience the graveyard. It's something that no other house has in its front yard. This is the final step, literally and figuratively, and it informs the guests that the house is far from normal and provides a subtle warning about entering. These details work whether you know about the attraction or not. It builds anticipation as well as any movie could. The tombstones memorialize a Leota, Fred, and a Master Gracie. All are not only Disney staff, each has been honored as Disney legends. Fans of the Haunted Mansion will know Leota Toombs, as she also appears twice in the attraction. She was the model for Madame Leota, the floating fortune teller head in the seance room. It's Leota who summons the spirits in the mansion. Then, when the guests leave their doom buggies, there's a small ghost known as Little Leota who encourages them to hurry back. In 1940, Leota began working at Disney in the ink and paint department. She later became one of the company's first female Imagineers and helped develop such attractions as It's a Small World, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Enchanted Tiki Room, and the Country Bear Jamboree. Master Gracie is also represented inside the mansion, though in a roundabout way. Disney cast members came to identify the Gracie tombstone with a portrait found in the foyer of the Haunted Mansion, which transforms from a young man into a skeleton. However, the image is an homage to Oscar Wilde's 1890 novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray, said artist Mark Davis. The misinterpretation evolved so that Gracie also became associated with the ghost host, the narrator of the ride. This story was eventually adopted by the Disney Company and basically became an official part of the Haunted Mansion. In reality, Master Gracie honors Yale Gracie, a writer and artist on many movies including Pinocchio, The Three Caballeros, and Fantasia. Hired by Disney in 1939, in the 1960s he had become an Imagineer, designing many of the special effects for Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion. By the way, his tombstone has a rose placed on it every morning. Fred represents Fred Yorger, one of Disney's original Imagineers. In 1953, he was recruited from Warner Brothers by Walt Disney himself. He'd create models for most of Disneyland's original attractions, including the Steamboat Mark Twain, Main Street, Matterhorn, Sleeping Beauty Castle, and of course the Haunted Mansion. He also designed models of the submarine Nautilus for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and was responsible for creating rock work at Disney World, including in the Jungle Cruise, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and the Atrium Waterfall at the Polynesian Resort. While the real Fred never had a rock fall on his head, his epitaph certainly makes sense. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for tomorrow's episode of Florida's Adventure Series 2023.